It's a holiday story about love and forgiveness and a long road to finding peace. This season, our parent company Disney has made a special point on the air and behind the scenes of welcoming home the men and women who've been serving the country overseas. Tonight, we celebrate two war heroes. For 10 years, ABC's chief global affairs correspondent Martha Raddatz has been following their story, and now she brings us a final, moving homecoming for our series, American Valor.
Even today, it haunts them. Staff Sergeant Robert Miltenberger and Specialist Thomas Young had only been in Iraq 5 days. In April 2004, rolling unprotected into one of the worst street fights of the Iraq War.
And we see the Charlie Company truck, just like the one we're riding in, rode down the road to us, 4 flat tires. Engine on fire. We're wounded.
Their truck, too, came under withering fire. But what Miltenberger did next would leave him with a silver star.
I get the first casualty, guy right next to me got hit.
It was carnage.
We kept going. 2 other soldiers got wounded. One was in the ankle, and the other one I couldn't see the wound. Then I find the wet spot in his back. So I stick a bandage down there. All the time I'm doing this, I got my hand on the other wound, the sucking chest wound.
Next to him, Thomas Young.
He kept saying, I'm paralyzed, I'm paralyzed.
To save his life, Miltenberger felt he needed to tell a lie.
I said, no, you're not. No, you're not. Everybody's just laying on you. There's nobody laying on him.
Indeed, there was nobody laying across Young's legs. He was paralyzed. A bullet had severed his spine.
I speak for a man who gave for this land, took a bullet and the body.
He and Miltenberger never saw one another after that terrible day in Baghdad, and despite his disability, Young would stay active.
I've got meetings, I guess. I'm a busy man.
He married and threw himself into the anti-war movement. But as it turns out, not all wounds are physical.
Whether you still think of April 4th?
About 2 or 3 times a week.
When I spoke with Miltenberger 8 months after the battle, despite receiving a Silver Star for his life-saving actions that day, he could not shake the guilt for walking away when Young had not.
When you think about it, what do you think about?
The soldiers that were with me, that got hurt. It's like it just replayed the thing in my head. Yeah. I don't know why.
Miltenberger retired from the Army and went back to his family home deep in the Louisiana bayou. I caught up with him again when his house was destroyed by a hurricane shortly after he returned from war. Among the items that survived the storm, the Silver Star.
I don't tell people I got a Silver Star. My brother-in-law, Brian, told people at work I got a Silver Star. My wife tells them. I don't tell them.
And what do you say when they ask about it?
Yeah, I got one.
End of conversation?
End of conversation.
As Miltenberger tried to put the war behind him, Young became the focus of the powerful 2007 documentary, Body of War.
All of a sudden, my body just went completely numb. I couldn't feel anything.
But Young's life would soon get much worse. A pulmonary embolism took even more of his mobility. By March of this year, after talks with his new wife and family, he made an astonishing decision. He was ready to die. Word spread quickly among those with whom he had served. A final reunion was suggested, but Thomas Young wanted to see only one of those from his past, the man who had saved his life, Robert Miltenberger. So once again, we paid a visit to Miltenberger. He was reluctant to make the trip to see Young, still obsessed with the compassionate lie he had told.
He told me he was paralyzed And I told him, no, you're not.
I think it'll be good for Robert to go and finally get rid of some of his guilt that he carries about this.
I know this family so well by now, what Robert hides, how it has aged him, and how Belinda's unwavering tenderness has made it possible for this soldier to do the hardest thing he has ever done.
It brings up emotions that you don't want to feel anymore.
Heading to Portland, she hopes this reunion, arranged by ABC News, will make even a small difference.
I love him. If he hurts, I hurt. I just want him to be as happy as possible.
Waiting for them in Portland is Young and his wife, Claudia.
We need to catch up on Homeland, I guess.
And the good news is that Young has had a change of heart. He no longer wants to die, he wants to fight.
I just want to spend as much time as I can with my current wife, Claudia. If it weren't for her, I would have done myself in a long time ago.
Claudia has lovingly made their apartment, their lives, as rich as possible.
We just want to hang out and chill and have a good time, watch movies. We want to be as normal as anybody else.
And as we arrive at the Young's address, Miltenberger is bracing himself for what he will see, what he will feel.
I'm trying to keep the emotions down because I don't know what to expect, but I'm kind of excited.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Please come in.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Come in. Come all the way back. Thomas is in straight back and to the right.
Okay.
The reunion is slow and awkward at first. The two men say little. It is Young who finally moves the conversation, telling Miltenberger what he has wanted to say for so long.
I bear no grudge against you.
I lied to you.
You were just trying to help me not do something worse.
I was feeling guilty because I didn't get shot in the truck.
Oh, man.
For the wives, it is almost too much.
It's very good to see you, and thanks for doing this.
The emotion comes out when we all sit down together. Miltenberger's guilt is deeper than I ever suspected.
And you thought you were going to walk in here and he'd say, it's your fault?
No. Pull a gun out from underneath the thing and shoot me.
Did you really think that?
No.
That's how deep that goes? Why would he shoot you?
I just think the worst. Every time. Any situation.
Well, I would never shoot anybody,
I won't either.
much less you.
Belinda, did you know he was thinking that?
Because he feels like he should have protected them.
But there is a reason Thomas Young wanted this reunion.
I have the deepest and utmost respect for Robert Miltenberger. He's one of my heroes.
In this moment, he and Claudia are trying to give Miltenberger back the gift of life that he gave them when he saved Young almost 10 years ago.
I wouldn't know him if it wasn't for you.
This is never going to go away for you.
Oh, no. I don't think it goes away for any of them.
Miltenberger does not really want those memories to go away. He believes it would dishonor those who died, those who lie wounded. But maybe, just maybe, this reunion will make those memories a little easier to bear. And it has taken nearly 10 years, but finally, Robert Miltenberger is really going home. For Nightline, I'm Martha Raddatz in Portland, Oregon.